Today, we're going to be installing the Cloud Gaming IPS screen for the Gameboy Advance SP. Now this screen has had some revisions since our initial guide, so we're going to go ahead and go over all the changes in this video. For this guide, we will be assuming that you've already disassembled your console. To begin reassembly, let's go ahead and drop the screen into place. From there, let's go ahead and grab our control board. This will plug into the screen with the connector at the bottom of the PCB. You'll know that the ribbon cable is fully connected when the white line on the ribbon cable lines up with the locking connector. From there, we can go ahead and grab our long ribbon cable that will connect to the main console. This gets plugged in at the top of the control PCB with the gold pins facing upwards. You'll notice there is a touch sensor located right here on this ribbon cable. However, it's not a great placement for a touch sensor, so we'll also be showing you how to relocate your touch sensor using copper tape and a wire. The next step is to fold our ribbon cable directly backwards. We want it to be a direct fold so that we have enough length to reach the main console. Now, let's go ahead and add our touch sensor. The first thing we had to do is take a bit of copper tape and solder a wire directly onto it. Once you have a wire soldered onto some copper tape, you essentially have a touch sensor. You'll want to go ahead and solder your touch sensor to the one point located right below the ribbon cable connector on the control PCB. From there, you can go ahead and place your copper tape wherever you would like. I'm going to place it down here on the bottom of the screen so it's easily accessible. Now that we have our new touch sensor in place, we can also go ahead and fold the ribbon cable so it'll pass through the shell when we put the back on. Once we've got it folded, place your back on, flip the entire screen over, and begin to put your screws in place. Now that we have the top half assembled, let's go ahead and get it ready to assemble with the bottom half. To start, let's slide the ribbon cable through the slot in the shell, and then we can go ahead and grab our two hinges to lock our screen to our bottom shell. If you have two hinges, one black and one white, then the white hinge will go on the right side and the black hinge will go on the left. I do not in this case as I'm using an aftermarket set, but if you have an OEM set, that's the way you'll want them to be to replicate the snap shut feel of the OEM console. Now that you have the hinges in the console, let's go ahead and grab the hinge door that will get placed over top and screwed down on the bottom. It simply goes into place, and then you lift your ribbon cable up and put one screw into this location to hold it in place. Now let's go ahead and throw our buttons and membranes into the console. With all of our buttons, membranes, and speaker in place, as well as our light pipe, let's go ahead and open up the console to 45 degrees and grab our motherboard. We're going to go ahead and insert the ribbon cable into the connector on the motherboard, connecting our screen. We'll want to go ahead and grab the ribbon cable and pull it out slightly and use our thumb to lock it in place, and from there you'll want to slide it into the connector on the motherboard. Take your time and be careful not to damage the ribbon connector, and you may want to use your other hand just to lock the connector while you're holding it in place. Now let's go ahead and solder our Q12B brightness wire. This gets soldered to Q12B on the motherboard, and then the other end of the wire will get soldered to the key point on the ribbon cable. Try and keep your wire rather short and out of the way of the white circles on the motherboard, as these are where your membranes will lay, and if the button gets hit by the wire, it can make the button not function or press weirdly. So as you can see, I'm trimming my wire up, and I'm going to go ahead and strip it again to solder it to that key point while keeping it as short as possible. From this point, you pretty much just reassemble your console as normal. Go ahead and insert all your screws, and you can go ahead and turn the console on for a test. As you can see, our homemade touch sensor works, and in my opinion it works better than the factory touch sensor. Our brightness button also works to adjust the brightness through all 8 levels. If we hold the button or our touch sensor, we'll first get vertical line mode. If we hold it again, we'll get horizontal line mode. If we hold it one more time, we'll get a combination horizontal and vertical. And finally, if you continue holding it, we'll get all those same modes, but in black and white, before it loops back into colored mode. And that's all there really is to the Cloud kits. They're a pretty simple install. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below, join our Discord link down below, and check out our wiki for more content like this. As always, thank you for watching.